Hi, everybody. Oops. Okay, my cards are being very, very opinionated today. Let's go. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Moon, Justice in reverse, Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Sun. Damn, you have the Sun and the Moon and the High Priestess. Okay. And Justice in reverse. Immediately, what I thought about when looking at these cards is the lady in the Moon card looking like Ariel from The Little Mermaid with her red hair. And I thought about the Five of Pentacles being in a similar pose, right? Like a mermaid pose. And so what I feel like here is I didn't watch the modern version of The Little Mermaid with, was it Halle Bailey? I think so. But I didn't get to watch that. I watched the animated version long, long time ago. Okay, but it did feel like Ariel, the main character, was pining for something she didn't know, right? The moon, like the unknown. There are a lot of people who are like that. They're pining for something. They want something, not necessarily because it's good for them, not necessarily because it's something they want. They just want something new. They just want something different from anything they've experienced before. And the Five of Pentacles in this case is talking about that feeling of lack. I want that. Like the grass is greener on the other side. I want that. Not this, what I have. And when you think about Ariel, she was a princess, man. Like, that's not enough for you? Like, what? No. She wanted more. She wanted more. Okay, we have the Justice card in reverse. So if this were upright, it's talking about how everything is happening as it should. But since it's in reverse, you are not able to see that, right? You're not able to see that maybe where you are in this place and time, right, is a good thing. Like there's a reason why you're here. Even if you're maybe encountering a difficult situation and not everything is perfect, there is a reason why you're here. Maybe there's something you were meant to learn. Maybe you were meant to help somebody, or maybe you're setting up the foundation for something bigger or more enjoyable, more exciting in the future, but it has to start from where you are right now. Unfortunately, you don't see it. The Seven of Cups, to me, it's feeling like illusion, or like, I know in reverse it would be wishful thinking, but it kind of feels like that. Like, again, it's the idea that you want something and you don't even know what that thing really is. Um, like, you know how when you're a younger person, you're like, oh, I want to be a pilot, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a doctor. And then when you get a little bit older, you realize, wait, I have to do what to do that? Like, right? Or like thinking about the doctor, like, I have to study how many years to do what? Like, I have to do what? Like, there's so many requirements to do it. What? So it's kind of like that. Like, you are wanting something, wishing for something without realizing the consequences of it or the steps required to get it. I feel like these two cards are not really talking about the present, more as like a transition to the future. Kind of like, because of what's happening, right? In the end, like if this were the beginning of the story of The Little Mermaid, this is the end of the story. Like eventually what's going to happen is you're going to learn for yourself, right? The High Priestess, and you're going to start trusting the voice in your head when it says, no, this is a bad idea. We all know we have that voice inside us, but in our earlier years, we don't know how to trust it, or we override it, or we tell it, no, it's gonna be fine. And then it's only later that we think, oh, so that's why I thought of that, right? Kind of like how, like if this were again the story of The Little Mermaid, she might have had. Then a lot of people were telling her not to do what she was doing, But if she had that voice internally, right, and she still did all the things that she did, I'm sure later on, as she got a little bit older, she'd be like, you know, I should have listened to that voice. I mean, Prince Eric is good and all, but like, could have saved myself a lot of trouble. My life in the sea wasn't so bad, you know? And the sun, when all is revealed, right? When you see everything for what it is, as opposed to the moon, you will understand. You will understand, right? It's like these two cards are related. Right now, you don't see the purpose of what's happening to you, versus later on, with time, with experience, you will see, that's why it happened. That's why it happened. And I have so many movie references in my mind these days. So it's kind of like thinking about Frodo and Sam from The Lord of the Rings, right? There's a moment when Frodo says that when he was in the Shire, he did nothing but like dream about the time when he could leave it. Like he would read books and he would hear about Bilbo's adventures, and he's like, I want that. I want that. You know, he didn't really see what he had in the Shire. He kind of did, but not really. He was still open to the unknown, right? The adventure. What lies beyond? I want to see it. Instead of thinking that, you know what, things are as they should be in the Shire as of this point. You know, your hobbit life is amazing, right? He still had that wishful thinking about like, oh, what else could be, whatever. But it's only after everything that he understands how good he had it. And it not just that, but he understands how everything works. Like the place of hobbits in their world, how things work. That there is goodness, but also evil in the world. Right? That there are friends to help you, but there's also corruption and people who betray you. All these sorts of things. Yeah, I wonder where this is going, like what it means for you. Let's get an oracle card. I think this is for you. What is it? Miracles. And also, going forward, it really feels like a journey type of thing. And it doesn't have to be a physical journey, right? It could just be, even if you live with your family and you live in the exact same place, but it could be that you're now with a different set of friends. And so it feels like you've gone on a journey because your previous experience is very different from this new one. It could be going to a school, going for a course of study that's maybe very difficult, very ambitious for you, right? Kind of going back to that, like, you know how some people sign up for like engineering or whatever, and then they change their mind after a semester. That's totally legit because before that semester or before you started taking certain subjects, you didn't know what the work really entailed and you didn't really know if it was for you, right? So yeah, definitely like stuff happening, a journey happening, a difference in perspective. I have this quote, but I know I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like something like taking a journey isn't really about a different destination, but about a change in perspective. Something like that. In the miracles. I'm not really sure what this is about for you. It's unexpected, whatever it is, but I don't know exactly why. But I guess you'll find out. You don't really know for now, just like I don't really know for now. But you will find out eventually, so interesting times are ahead for you. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Leave a like. Tell me in the comments if this helped you, okay? I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.